Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be trying out some more from Victoria Beckham Beauty. I ordered quite a few things on Cyber Monday. They were having a 25% off sale. I've had a list of some things that I've wanted to try from her. I've tried a few things already, but I have a bunch of new fun goodies in here that I cannot wait to try with you. If you're new here, my name is Blair. I do all kinds of beauty content here on YouTube. I hope you'll stick around, subscribe, and let's get started. So when you order from Victoria Beckham, everything comes in this cute little drawstring bag, which I love. I will say this brand is one of the most luxe looking and feeling brands, just in every way, from the packaging to even, the drawstring bag, the kind of cream and black color scheme. It's a really beautiful brand just visually. And the products that I've tried, for the most part, I've really enjoyed. So I'm really excited to get into some more things. So the first thing that we are actually going to try is this, which is the Cell Rejuvenating Priming Moisturizer. Now, this comes in two different versions. So there's the original, which I think is just like a moisturizing primer. It has no color. I got the golden one, which is the one that has a golden sheen to it, golden color. So that's what we're gonna use first. This was one thing, I kind of added this at the last minute. On Cyber Monday, she did 25% off, which I've never seen that before from Victoria Beckham. The most I've ever seen is 20%. I think Black Friday and that weekend she did 20%, and then Monday only she did 25%. So they got me with the 25%. I actually didn't buy a whole lot this year for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, but when I saw 25% off, that was too good. So this is what it looks like. It's very, very heavy, really pretty. It's the kind, well, I guess it is tortoise. I was gonna say it's black, but actually the lid is the signature tortoise that she has with a lot of her packaging, like this. This stuff is, well, her brand in general is very expensive. This is the Victoria Beckham X Augustinus Spotter, I think is how you say it, priming moisturizer. Augustinus Spotter, I'm sure you've seen all over social media. I feel like that brand has been super popular in the last year or so. It's very expensive skincare. I've never tried anything from the brand, so I'm very excited about this. This product comes in 3 sizes. This is the smallest size, which is $60. Then there's a 30 ml and a 50 ml. This is the 15 ml. So let's try this out. This is supposed to do all kinds of things. It says, formulated with Augustinus Spotter's clinically tested patented TFC8 technology and supercharged clean actives to revitalize dry and dull skin. So basically this is supposed to make us look like a young, glowing goddess. So we will see. I don't know how much to use. So it looks like that. It's kind of a thicker, yeah, kind of feels like a thick lotion. Hopefully this won't add too much color. Mainly the reason that I got the golden one instead of the original is because lately, I think it's just this time of year, it's cold, and I've just been feeling kind of like blah in terms of like my skin, and I don't know, I feel like I want a little bit of color to my skin, so that's why I went with the golden one instead of just the original one. Okay, so it definitely adds some color, but it doesn't look like too much, just like a little bit of more of a golden glow, which I definitely feel like I need at the moment because I'm feeling really pasty. Okay, I don't notice a smell, which is a very good thing. Let me see if there's fragrance listed in here. No, I don't see any fragrances in here, you guys, which is amazing. Finally, a luxury skincare priming type product that doesn't have a super strong fragrance. Very happy about that. Okay, that feels and looks really pretty on my skin. I look like I just have a little tiny bit more color than I had before, but not to the point where I look like orange. I've definitely tried products like this before, and if you get one that's supposed to give you a bronze glow of some kind, sometimes they just make you look orange and it looks very unnatural. This looks very natural to me, so yay, so far so good. Okay, I am gonna go ahead and do some skin tint, some concealer, and then I'll be back. Victoria Beckham doesn't have those products as of now. Hopefully she will in the future, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera so we don't waste a ton of time with that. And then I'll be back and we'll move on to some of the other new things that I got. I am gonna use her bronzer today. This is not new, I've had this for a while, but we're gonna start with this. I'm just gonna use all the Victoria Beckham stuff I already have as well as the new stuff, but I'll be back, we'll do this. I have a cream blush and I have a bunch of the eye products as well. Okay, I did a little bit of skin tint and concealer, and I did set my face with just a little bit of powder. And now we'll move on to bronzer. This is not one of the new things that I bought. I've had this for a little while. So this is the bronzer brick in the shade number 2. So you get a lighter shade and a little bit of a darker shade. I usually just kind of mix a little bit of both. I'm not gonna do a ton of bronzer, I don't think, just because we have that primer underneath that has some color to it, but I do like this bronzer a lot. And I'm using I always forget the number of this, the BK Beauty 111 to apply this. It's kind of a smaller brush, but I do like it. It's kind of dense, but I find you can kind of control the bronzer a little bit more with something like this, so I do like it. So we're just gonna add a little bit of this, and then we'll move on to the blush. All right, let's move on to the blush. So this is the Cheeky Posh Cream Blush Stick. I have actually considered ordering one of these before, but I could never make up my mind about a shade. And I kind of went with one I wasn't really thinking of before, but it's the shade Fame. And it's kind of a berry, like wine color. But the swatch online kind of reminded me of Patrick Ta, She's Wanted, which I absolutely love. So that's it there. So I went with this shade. I have never tried her formula in her blushes, so I'm very excited to try it. I'm gonna use the BK Beauty 109 to apply this, and I think I'm gonna do it from the back of my hand first, since I've never used this formula before. So I'm just gonna kind of work it into the brush and tap it on. I really love colors like this. I'm just now kind of discovering since I tried the Patrick Ta blush, but oh, yeah. Okay, so that is gorgeous. Okay, so this actually really reminds me of the Patrick Ta blush. The main difference is this one is just not as pigmented as the cream in the Patrick Ta duo, but the tone, like that's it on my hand after I kind of blended it into the brush. The tone of this is very, very similar. So, oh my gosh, that is pretty. I'm really glad I went with this shade because I love the Patrick Ta She's Wanted, but it is super pigmented. So you do have to apply it with a little bit of a lighter hand unless you want a lot of color. Wow, that's a really pretty color. I'm excited. All right, gonna do the other side. I just added a little bit more to the back of my hand. And this is applying really beautifully this way with it on the back of my hand first. It's pigmented, but it's not like crazy pigmented, which I like. It's nice. You don't have to worry about over applying and then having to fix it if you do too much, you know. This definitely has some glow to it, but it's not anything extreme. This kind of looks like a balmier texture on my skin, which I personally love in a cream blush. I feel like it's very approachable, very just not intimidating if you're maybe scared of cream or liquid blushes, but wow, that is beautiful. I love that color. All right, she does make a brow pencil. I did not order the brow pencil. I have a lot of brow products right now, a lot of pencils that I'm trying to get through before I buy more brow pencils, but maybe I will try that eventually. Let me know if you've tried it and what you think of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows quickly, and then we're gonna move on to the eyes. I have one of her eyeshadow sticks. I have her eyeliners, which I've been so excited to try. And I also have one of her lid lusters that we're gonna try. So I'm gonna do my brows and I'll be back. All right, moving on to the eyes now. I have a bunch of new eye products and I also already have one of her eye bricks. So this is the Signature Eye Brick. I got this when I tried this brand earlier this year. And this is a very beautiful little palette. It is very basic, very neutral. Obviously, it's nothing earth-shattering in terms of it being different. But is it nice? Yes. Do I enjoy it when I use it? Yes. But I did get a few new things. First, I got the Longwear Crease-Proof eyeshadow in the shade Trench. So these are her eyeshadow sticks. These, I want to say these are a relatively new launch from her. I don't think these have been out a super long time. I went with a very basic color. Trench is just very, very light, neutral. So let's use this. I think I'm going to put this all over the lid and then kind of blend it up into the crease. And then we have a new lid luster that I want to try. We have 2 eyeliners that I'm very excited about. But let's just apply this. I did use a little bit of my Sigma eyeshadow primer on my eyes also before I started filming again. So I'm going to take my favorite cream eyeshadow brush, which is a MAC 217, and just kind of blend this really all over, like all the way up. So there you go. You can see it gives very little color. It's super natural, but it does add just like the smallest bit of something to your eyes. It's very creamy, very easy to blend. She had a bunch of really pretty colors in these. Since I never tried the formula before, I just went with something that I knew is a good basic that I would get a lot of use out of. Yeah, this is applying and blending beautifully. I could honestly apply this probably with no primer underneath, and this could just kind of act as the primer, but I didn't know how pigmented it was going to be, so I went ahead and did a little bit of the Sigma eye primer. Okay, so there it is. Very nice, very natural, very easy to blend, no complaints there. That's nice. Let me know if you've tried these from her. I think she has some that have a little bit of shimmer in them also. This is obviously a matte color, but it's nice. I like it. Okay, let's move on to the lid luster that I got. Now, I have one of her lid lusters already, and this was the one product when I ordered from her the first time that I wasn't over the moon about. I was a little bit disappointed in it, honestly. I wanted just more from it, I think. I thought it was going to be super sparkly, and it is sparkly, but it didn't have the impact that I was hoping. So I decided I would try a different shade. So I got the shade Honey, and the shade that I had before, or that I still have, the first shade is Chiffon. So they're both neutral shades, but this is the shade Honey. It's a warm gold. Looks like this. But I was noticing on the website that this shade had a little VB heart next to it. I've noticed she does that online. In every product, they like heart her favorites, I guess, which is fun. So I noticed this was the one that was hearted of the lid lusters. Oh yeah, so this already looks promising. Okay, so there is Honey. That is that right? Honey, yeah. That is stunning. It's gold. It almost has a little bit of a green, like a khaki hue to it. Ooh, that is so beautiful. Okay, I'll show you the other one that I have just in case you're curious. This one is the shade Chiffon. And I've also seen a few people saying you really have to like dig your finger in here to get like the payoff from it. So yeah, the Chiffon shade is just lighter, so it's there, and this is Honey right here. I don't know, I feel like this is gonna have more impact maybe than Chiffon has, so let's try it out. I just had a thought. I also have two of her eyeliners that I definitely want to use. So I'm wondering if maybe I should save the lid luster and do that after the eyeliner. I don't know if the lid luster would make the eyeliner difficult to apply at all. So I think I'm going to do the liner first. So this is probably what she's most known for, I would say, the Satin Kajal eyeliners. I got two. I got the shade Cocoa, which is just a dark brown. I think that's one of the most popular shades, or the shade I've heard the most about. And then I got the new one, which is Cinnamon. This color, I got this out already and swatched it because I couldn't help it. This color is the most beautiful, warm, bronzy brown. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So there's Cocoa. It's very rich, dark brown. And then that one is Cinnamon. I also really wanted the olive color, but I figured I would start with these two because since I've never tried them, I assume I'm gonna like them, but I figured I would wait on the green one. But if I do end up liking it, I will probably end up ordering the olive color too. Let's do Cinnamon for like actual eyeliner, and then I think I might do Cocoa in the waterline. So, or something else I've seen people do with Cinnamon is like scribble it on all over and then kind of blend it up a little bit. I think I'm just gonna do traditional liner like I normally do today, and then we'll do that at some point, I'm sure. One thing I could tell, like just by swatching these, is this is not the type of eyeliner where you have to like really kind of warm it up a little and really bear down. You don't have to do that with these. These are so creamy that they're easy to get on the eyes for sure. So I'm just kind of roughly lining my eye there. I'm gonna take a small brush. This is a 204 from BK Beauty. And I'm gonna kind of smudge this inner part where we applied. Just kind of smudge it up a little bit too. And then for the wing, I'm gonna take my 208 brush from BK Beauty and try to wing this out. Look at that color, you guys. How pretty is that? Seriously. Definitely can smudge it out like I did here. I would say it dries pretty quickly. So make sure you do like one eye at a time if you're trying to smudge it or blend it out at all. Because I do feel like that dried pretty quickly, but wow. I mean, is there anything prettier than just a really good basic neutral eye? I don't think that there is. I really don't. Okay, let's do the other eye. And then we'll put Cocoa in the waterline. So yeah, I don't know if it will come across this way on video, but yeah, I'm barely touching my eye and getting that liner. So this is an extremely creamy liner. I'm just kind of roughly drawing the shape that I want and then using the brushes to perfect it a little. I love this cinnamon color. It's kind of like a brown mascara is to me. One of the reasons I love brown mascaras is because they look less intense. If you have more fair skin or you have lighter eyes or you just feel like things can look harsh, brown is usually a little bit easier, just less intense on the eyes. And that's what this liner is to me. It still defines the eyes, but it's just not as dark. It's not as dark. But wow, absolutely love that liner. Okay, so that was shade Cinnamon. Oh, and you know what? I just realized I could have used this whole time. They have a smudger on the other end, so I definitely could have used this instead of a brush, but oh well. I'll do that next time, but keep that in mind. They do come with a little smudger on the other end. Beautiful. Okay, let's put Cocoa in the waterline. I'm curious how this will compare to Makeup by Mario and the Perfect Brown in terms of a waterline eyeliner, because that liner is the best for waterlines, for the waterline, in my opinion. Yeah, I love that you don't have to tug with this at all. Hopefully these wear well. From everything I've heard, the eyeliners are supposed to be long wearing, so I will definitely let you know. But wow, these did not disappoint. I think I'm actually gonna do a little bit of this cinnamon color in my waterline on the bottom. Beautiful. Something else I don't really do, but figured since I have it, we'll try it. All right, now we're gonna move back to the lid luster in the shade Honey, and I'm just gonna add this in the center of the lid. Okay, yeah, so this is definitely the color I should have gotten to begin with, because wow. That with this eye, oh my goodness. I could see why this would be her favorite. Okay, yeah, that's absolutely beautiful. This eye, wow. All right, the last thing that I did purchase is the Future Lash Mascara. This is, I believe, the original mascara that she launched with, and then she has a newer one. I forget the name of the newer one, but this is the original one. Oh my gosh, it's so heavy for a mascara. So I'm excited to try this. One thing I would love to see from Victoria Beckham is brown in the mascaras. I feel like that goes well with this brand, just the overall aesthetic. So I would love to see the mascara in brown, but as of right now, they only make black. Oh, it's a small wand. It's really small. I don't know why. I didn't realize. It's a really skinny, small, slightly curved wand. This wand shape is actually nice, especially if you have smaller eyes or hooded eyes, just because since it's so skinny, you can really get in there with it. Okay, it's definitely a dry or drier formula. It's not wet at all. Okay, it's very, I would say, more for separation. I don't see this as being like a super volumizing mascara, But it's also tough to judge a mascara based on the first time you use it, because usually mascaras, I think, improve after you've had it open for a little bit. I'm gonna add another coat. So there's 2 coats. Yeah, definitely, I wouldn't say it adds a lot of volume or a lot of intensity. Definitely more, I would say, for length and separation. But let's do the other side. All right, let's finish up with the lips. These are not new purchases. I purchased these the first time I ordered from her, but I do have one of her lip liners. This is the Lip Definer in the shade number 2. I do like her lip liner formula. It's very long lasting. It's a really, I would call it a very traditional wooden lip liner. I do love that color. I'm actually glad I got this out again because I haven't used my lip liner from her in a while. One thing I will say that kind of annoys me about the packaging of this brand, and this is a very minute complaint, but the lids on her liners, her eyeliners, her lip liners, they kind of like rattle around on here and they don't fit well on there for some reason. Like it feels really loose on here, but like you can't push it down any farther. I don't know, it's just something that I've noticed, but I figured I would mention it because I have noticed that with several of her products. I do have a lipstick from her. I like this formula. I will say I'm not a huge fan of the color that I have, so I'm kind of debating doing the blush on my lips instead of this. This is her Posh lipstick in the shade Girl. It's just a little bit more, I mean, it's a pretty color, don't get me wrong. It's a little bit light, kind of a light beigey color. I might do that blush instead because I just love this blush color. I mean, this blush, I'm telling you, that is a stunning color. Maybe we'll do just a little bit of the lipstick in the center. That is a beautiful combo. All right, you guys, that is everything that I bought from Victoria Beckham Beauty on Cyber Monday. As always, when I try new makeup, I like to kind of recap my thoughts at the end of the video. We'll start with the primer, the priming moisturizer in Golden. This is stunning, actually. This was the one product I was a bit unsure about. I added it kind of at the last second, and I'm happy that I did because it did add just a little bit of warmth to my skin without being too much. And I've honestly never been able to find that in like a golden priming type product. So far I'm very happy with this purchase. No smell that I noticed, and it felt really nice and rich on my face. So thus far, I'm very impressed with this. I'll keep using it obviously and let you know, but first impression of that is very good. The blush, I think you've probably determined that I love the blush. I love the formula. It is really nice, easy to apply, pigmented, but not too pigmented. And it has a little bit of glow, but not anything crazy. I love the shade Fame. I have a feeling this is gonna be a new favorite blush, and I'm probably gonna want another shade. But yeah, I have no complaints. I absolutely love the color, the formula. If you're wanting a shade similar to Patrick Tashi's Wanted, Fame is definitely it. It's just not quite as intense and scary in terms of the pigment. 10 out of 10. I also love it on my lips. So no complaints there at all. Let's see, what else did we try? The eyeshadow stick, very nice. It's very neutral, very basic. Nothing just crazy out of the ordinary in terms of an eyeshadow stick, but was it nice? Yes, easy to blend, very creamy, and I have a shade that I do think I'll get a lot of use out of, so I'm very happy with it. I liked it. Okay, the liners, love. I mean, these two together, fantastic. If you love like a bronze, warm eyeliner or you just like that color in general on your eyes, cinnamon, beautiful. I really want to use that again and use it on its own maybe. Apply it everywhere and then kind of smudge it out all over my eyes like a one and done kind of eye look. I bet that would be really, really pretty. But these two together, like this with cocoa in the waterline, you guys, fingers crossed these wear well and do not smudge or anything throughout the day. I will let you know below in the description box if they do. But yeah, this whole eye look, in fact, I gotta say I love it. I love it. I hate to say I'm obsessed because I know that's very redundant and people say it all the time, but this eye I will be doing again because I love the way this looks. And it's very basic. We didn't use very many things, but I love it. And honey, I think, was definitely the right choice in the lid luster. So I would say if you want a neutral color, don't go with chiffon. Chiffon is pretty, but it's just more subtle. Doesn't give as much impact as this does. This looks beautiful on top of that trench shadow stick with the eyeliner. Yeah. Honey is beautiful. And then the mascara. The mascara is nice. It's an expensive mascara and I haven't worn it before, so I don't know how it wears, but it is nice. I do really like the brush. I like the shape. I like how skinny it is. Like I said earlier, if you have smaller eyes or hooded eyes, I bet you would probably really like the wand on this. And yeah, it's nice. It doesn't give a lot of volume. I would say it's much more of a lengthening, separating mascara. And again, I would love to see this in brown. Maybe they will do that at some point. And the lip is not anything new other than the blush, but I do like it. I love the liner and the blush together. I gotta say, I am more than happy with these purchases. I am just so excited that I got these 25% off because I know I've never seen that sale before from Victoria Beckham. So I do recommend this brand. I think overall it is so absolutely just beautiful to look at. Nice and just gives you that really good feeling when you hold it, when you look at it. Like, I mean, this bottle, this is so pretty. It's too pretty to even put away. You kind of just like want to sit it out because it's just, I don't know. It's stunning. And I have to say, I think my makeup looks pretty dang good right now, if I do say so myself. So I do highly recommend this brand. I love the bronzer as well. That wasn't a new purchase, but I do think it's beautiful also. But thank you so much for watching. I will have all the products listed below and linked for you. I do use affiliate links that support my channel so I can keep trying new things and improving my content. So thank you so much if you do shop through them. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and make sure to follow me over on Instagram at simply.blair and TikTok simply.blair1. And I will see you next time. Remember, simply be you. Bye.